If you're a heating air conditioning technician or even a salesperson, what should you tell yourself in the middle of a deal and why does it matter? This is a super important question. I'm Scott Sylvan Bell, coming to you live from Haleiwa, Oahu, on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you for HVAC technician sales secrets. Okay, I'm going to tell you something that is very super importante when it comes to mindset of what you're going through in the middle of a deal. And so what happens is there's times where you meet with a buyer and you're like, I don't know if I'm going to close this deal or not. And you start having doubt sneak in, and doubt just starts like pulling things apart and like, you're not good enough. You can't do this. The sale's never going to be made. This person doesn't like you. And what you need to be aware of is there's these things called mirror neurons, and they were discovered. They've been around for years, decades, millenniums. They were millenniums, decades, no, millenniums, yes. There were some researchers in Italy that have found that rhesus monkeys, when they viewed what you and I were doing, they lived that experience. And we do that too as human beings. And so let's just say that you are in a sales call with Mr. or Mrs. Buyer, Mr. or Mrs. Smith, and you start going down this path that Mr. Smith doesn't like me. Well, that feeling, that emotion, that intention, a little woo-woo here, is going to get picked up on by Mr. Smith. And so what he's going to start doing is like, I don't know why I don't like this sales guy. And then you're going to escalate, I don't know why I don't like this buyer. And then what's going to happen is his wife, his partner is going to go, I don't know why I don't like this sales guy. And you're going to look at him and go, I don't know why I don't like them. So there is a word track that you can tell yourself that really does help. And you can modify this to fit your needs. It does, just because I say it one way doesn't mean it's perfect for you. It just means it's perfect for me. Okay. And so when you take this word track and you're talking to yourself, it really does matter because you're pushing off those feelings. You're pushing off those emotions in this woo-woo sales training 100%. You got to know that. But before we get to the next session, you got to join my email publication right here above my head. There's going to be a URL. Go to it. I'll give you the goods on the Facebook group, not YouTube channel. Drop in your name, your email address, and your phone number. We'll have some fun. Okay, so this is what you're going to tell yourself. These are the things you're going to tell yourself. I like my buyer. You can use their name. You're thinking this, and I got this deal. I like my buyer, and I got this deal. I like my buyer and I got this deal, right? I like my buyer and I got this deal. Because here's what's going to happen is your vocal pitch and tone is going to change. Your attitude is going to change. Your intention is going to change. And that person that you're meeting with that is being difficult with you, that is giving you objections, that's telling you no, is going to pick up on how you feel and what you say, right? Have I screwed this up? Have I screwed this up? Oh boy, have I screwed this up? Oh yeah, I've done this wrong. Just so you know, I'm not perfect. I screw up too. But when I discovered this, it made sales easier for me. When I discovered this, I started looking for reasons to stick in the deal. When I discovered this, I found that it was easier for me to work with people and easier to close them. So I like Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I like Bob. I like Mary. I like Jane. And I'm going to close this deal. And so you start talking with certainty. You start talking with the directional area that you're going to go to. You're putting a dot on the horizon, like right there is the horizon. For real, that's Haleiwa, right? There's the horizon. Put a dot on the horizon, and then you walk towards it with certainty. You know, the minute that you start letting doubt in, the minute that you start having disbeliefs about your skills, your talents, your capabilities, guess what's going to happen? You're going to live up to those expectations. And then because you lived up to those expectations, your body's going to shut down in your presentation, and you're not going to make the sale like you could, right? It is 100% woo-woo sales, right? 100%. And woo-woo means like, well, the kind of spiritual kind of aspect to it. I like my buyer. I like you. We might have never met, but I like you. And you're going to subscribe and you're going to like my video, right? There's a different tonality to it. There's a different body language. There's a body language of certainty. There's a body language of sales that happens when you have these conversations and people pick up. You got one of three things to do from here. Just one of three. Find the subscribe button. Click on it. And every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.